Alright, Shalom Hakim. First off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashim, Rawchaa Qadash, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi. Alright, hey, Shalom, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Alright, who taught us what we all learned under. Alright, sincere Shalom to you, the elect out there, listening, teaching this word out in truth and in sincerity. Alright, we're out here another day, another Saturday at the camp. Hey, it's a beautiful, day. It's somewhat hot, but hey, we're gonna be here as long as the Lord wants us to be here. Alright. So, today's lesson I just wanted to go into the furthering, the destruction of this place. This place is gonna be destroyed, and what it's gonna be like. The coming signs and steps, towards it. Can a brother give me that in 2 Ezra 15 and 8?
I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which they profane and commit.
Part of the Lord no longer holding his tongue, sending his men out here. Alright, to tell you that this place is wicked. Alright, to tell yourself to get right before his return. Because when he returns, it's going to be all out judgment. Alright, like it says in the book of Amos, the 5th chapter, man. It's going to be constant hell. Alright, for one person to escape a lion just to be met by a serpent. Alright, just to be met by a bear. Alright, meaning it's going to be all out hell. Alright, when the Lord visits.
I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Yeah, now we see that, man. The innocent and the righteous blood are crying out to the Heavenly Father. We don't want to see this wickedness continue. Alright, we're out here in captivity, in this hell, suffering. It speaks about in the book of Ecclesiastes how the more you know, the more you increase it. The more you increase in wisdom, the more you increase in sorrow. Because we understand this isn't how things are supposed to be run. This isn't our rest. We understand that the wicked are in authority right now, and that everything is hell. And there's a saying in the world, how a white man's heaven is an Israelite's hell, man. Alright?
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
And the Lord is coming to avenge us, man. Vengeance is his, man. Alright, and Lord's will, we're going to witness that, when he returns.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
And the Lord is coming to save us out of this disaster. This is going to be the last captivity that we're put under. Alright, once this man's time is over, it's over. Then it's going to be Yahawashi and the 144,000 ruling. Alright? It's going to be paradise.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm to smite Egypt with plagues as before.
So just like how Egypt was smite with plagues before, man, it's going to be smite again. Alright? It's going to be intensified. Alright? It's going to be terrible for the people dwelling on it. Alright, just for them to take the case of that final plague, which is going to be that thermonuclear destruction.
Yeah. Like I said, the scriptures say that it's going to be like a time like no other.
Yeah.
So it said it's going to smite us with the plagues of Egypt as before. This time that's coming up, it's going to be way worse than how it was in Egypt, man. It was pretty damn bad up there in Egypt, man. Yeah. The darkness, we had the frogs, all those plagues. The firstborn was dead. The water turned to blood. Imagine now, it's much worse than this time to come. The Lord said he's an avenger, he's the real avenger, Yahawashi, man. Coming to avenge you, our people, man. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man.
This is Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Yeah, and there's gonna be no regard to burying these bodies, man. Like it says in Zephaniah, they're gonna be like dung in the streets. There ain't gonna be no burial service. There ain't gonna be no coffins for them. They're just gonna be out there. You know, like it says, the stink is gonna increase.
This place is spiritually Egypt all over again, and Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All those wicked kingdoms all wrapped up into one. This is the wickedest kingdom that's ever lived. That's why the Lord is going to give it the worst punishment that's ever been since the world began, man. Okay?
Yeah, just like how Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed, you know, as an example of how not to rule, this place is gonna be the ultimate example. You know?
Well, third chapter, the 19th verse. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, with violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
Yeah. Hey, although they were created as an instrument, you know, against our people, they went way over than they were supposed to. All right, you know, as a punishment, they did vile, wicked shit during captivity, during our slavery. All right, the way the conquistadors broke up, that shit was terrible too. All right, you know, and the Lord, man, He sees all that, man.
Yeah.
And all of that is written.
Yeah. They were cutting the bellies of our women open, hanging them upside down, cutting their bellies open, and let the baby fall out on the ground and then stomp on the baby, man. That is cruel and unusual.
Yeah.
Okay? But this is that devil, man. He is that one. He's that perfect devil that the Lord created to come against the Israelites, okay?
Yeah.
Going off breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. It's not in his own power that he does what he does. He is the Most High sword. Okay, the Most High gave him the power to do that.
Back in 2 Ezra 15 and 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them down to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand, with stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment of the Most High shall bring upon it.
Yeah, just like the brother brought that example of you know, the plagues that hit Egypt before, man. Those Egyptians, man, they were born. All right, they were lost in that darkness, man. Apparitions, plagues. You know, they had all type of hell, you know, surrounding them all over. All right, and that same hell is going to be intensified, you know, the next go round. All right.
That lets you know that that's not talking about ancient Egypt, because Egypt right now is not significant. You know, the land of Egypt right now, there's no news about what's happening in Egypt. Okay, this is modern day Egypt is talking about, okay? Which is America.
Exodus 15:12. Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and the punishment the Most High shall bring upon it. That they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail with the blasting of hail, and with fearful constellation. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein.
Yeah, there's going to be no coming back from this, right? The final destruction is going to get rid of everything. There's no growing after this. All right, there is no comeback, you know, for America after this. No, it's just going to be the destruction, and it's going to be a desolate place. That's what I'm reading.
It's like how Sodom, you know, was never inhabited again to this very day. You know, America will never be inhabited again after this destruction.
Yeah.
After that hail, destruction.
And the scriptures that speaks about Isaiah, the only things that are going to survive here are the inhabitable animals, are the desert creatures. Aside from that, it's not going to be happening.
Woe to the world, to them that dwell therein. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. But one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
So this is the future, man. All right, you know, we're hearing about a draft, you know, coming real soon. All right, hey, there's going to be major death over one people fighting against another. All right, we were hearing Yahawashi said that was a side wars and rumors of war. All right, but it's also going to partake here in America as well. There's going to be all out civil war. All right, civil unrest.
Yeah, that's not hard to believe that there will be one people fighting against another.
Because even the white man is saying it.
One thing out, America is divided within itself.
Yeah.
So, what happens when you have a divided country?
A house divided against itself cannot stand. Like
Right.
that.
You know, a divided country cannot stand, it will fall. And America has to America, we're gonna fall. America's divided. All right, you have these two different classes of people, different classes of Democrat. See, all are their groups. All right, but the people that support the Democratic Party, people that support the Republican Party, left to right, they're gonna get, you know.
You got classes, you got race. So big with the Sonya Massey, man. That's a big thing right now. The so-called Negroes and Latinos, they are mad about that. Okay, the Lord is finally putting the spirit on us, on our people, to realize that their enemy is their enemy now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big thing in the news right now. Everybody's realizing that this devil is exactly that. He's the devil. Okay, and they're realizing that it's not just coming from the officer, it's coming from up top. Okay, that the whole head is sick, everything is bad, man. So that's gonna be part of that racism. Okay?
Racial tension has always been there in America. Americans founded on that, you know, hatred, equals, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's always gonna explode. We saw that with what was going into political division. We also have the racial divisions. You know, MAGA, Democrats. At the end of the day, they're all working together against this one. Really.
Once the bell lifts is lifted, man, these people are going to lose it. They're going to realize that these politicians are not with them. No. All right, you know, like it's going to say in the next verse, that they're not going to regard, you know, the princes. All right? It's going to be all out chaos.
We saw a taste of that a couple years ago, January 6th. You know, all those quote-unquote patriots.
Yeah.
You know, they rushed the Capitol building. You know, so everybody's on edge right now. You know, Esau's on edge. He knows he's losing his country. He's losing his kingdom, his rulership. Jacob's on edge because of the racial tension. You know, or maybe take an assassination. They tried to assassinate Trump. You know, it didn't work. Well, they may do it again. He gets assassinated. All hell may break out because of that. We don't know. All we know is we're close.
Yeah.
And one thing we know that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
we
we
just
know,
read it.
yeah. What we know is going to happen is whoever takes office is going to reinforce that MOTV.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's a fact. All right, whoever's in the rulership is going to enforce that.
Yeah.
All right, once people start hearing wind of that, and there's going to be a bunch of pushback against it. Who knows how it's going to go down, but it's going to be a crazy ass time. All right, like it says in the scripture.
Yeah. You have to listen to their heads. You know, Wallenberg, Kamala Harris, whoever her name is, if she gets in office, you know, she has to listen to those heads. What's they gonna blow her down? It's like if she was out here in California locking Jacob. It's gonna be the same thing. Back to 2nd Esdras 15:15. The sword of their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, with the swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. And they shall not regard their kings or princes. And of course, their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, so as soon as their rights start getting stripped away, just like the brother had mentioned what happened in January, and people are going to lose it. They're going to, instead of a protest that is peaceful, and people are going to get violent. Yeah. All right, hey, this is written to happen.
And you leaders, you political leaders out there, they're gonna come for you.
Yeah.
They're coming for you in your house. Okay? Wherever you be, they're gonna come for you. Okay? Because you live fat. Okay, you've stolen money. money that was supposed to go to the community or the people, you take it and then you line your pockets with it. Okay, you living high and fat on the hog. The people gonna come in and get you, pull you out of your house. Okay.
They showed you that little island off India, and you had people going over to the president's house. Mass, everyone went to the house, and the president had his ski in the back. You saw how lavish of a lifestyle he was living.
Yeah.
They were suffering.
Yeah.
They were swimming in the pool, sitting on the bed, you know.
That's written in the scripture now. The hand of the wicked are going to take on. I forget how it goes. I was going to get a hold of it, and that's going into Israel.
Yeah,
The wicked is one of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Job chapter 20, verse 22. The fullness of the simplicity shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Yeah, so that word for wicked, it goes back to prison. Alright, it goes back to the wicked class of Israel. That wicked is wicked. Alright, you can link that with these different politicians that are going to get, what? Oh yeah, you can link that with what's going to happen. People are going to want answers. They're going to demand answers. Alright, they're going to target these different officials.
We're seeing that right now in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Everybody's rising up against the president of Venezuela. We saw that in Iran. I brought down Saddam Hussein. They brought him into his house. We saw like he had gold toilets and all that. Same thing with Andrew Gaddafi. They brought him down there and rushed him in his house. We saw clips of that with C-19. What's his name? Andy Garcia. Garcetti? Yes, Garcetti Slot.
Yeah, people think it can't happen here in America, but it already has. And it's going to get crazy. It's going to intensify.
And the new mayor, what's her name? Black chick. They found out where she lived. Her house got robbed and all that. People know where these politicians live at.
You see, the leaders of today, they don't hold integrity like Moses had. Moses said he didn't want to spend a season, in Pharaoh's house, that he'd rather suffer with his own people. Okay, in a season in Pharaoh's house, enjoying, the dangers of life. He had a lot of integrity, which these politicians and leaders don't have. They don't have any integrity about themselves. Okay, they would watch you suffer, watch your children suffer, and then go home and have their servant make them a big steak dinner. Okay, and they live high on the hog and sleep well at night under air conditioning,
Yeah. Especially the Jake politicians, man. These so-called black politicians that get them in office, they don't do a damn thing for black people. They don't do shit.
Yeah, they're not allowed to. They're
what I was about to say.
They answer to people, just like these other politicians, other celebrities. But they have to answer to someone.
They can't do major things, do little things here and there, do little laws that they can pass, help Jake out. They can do stuff like that. They can block certain things, redlining, they can block all that stuff. They don't.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. Now it said the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. City against city, kingdom against kingdom.
Hey, once resources are low, people are going to want what the next man has. And they're not going to regard that they're the same. Hey, they're not going to regard who they're robbing. All right, they're just going to see that their family and themselves got to be fit.
Right.
All right?
When they lose everything, when they have nothing to lose, they end up losing. That's why they're gonna go out in the streets to take out the frustration.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna take out the frustration peacefully. Alright, scripture we're gonna read it, 2 15. It says they're gonna have swords in their hands. Alright? That shows you that something's gonna happen. It's gonna get these people so frustrated that they're going to take up arms against the government. They're going to take up arms against another race, another class.
And it's not unimaginable. Just look at what the riots that happened in George Floyd. People lost it, started looting, these different mom and pop shops, these different companies. All it just takes is one event. To start to people up.
Going back to the LA riots, while Jake was back then, Jake's a little bit more tame now. You know, shall rile him up. Something's gonna happen. Jake's gonna be riled up now.
Exactly. That was for what? The verdict. Rodney King verdict. So you see what roused Jake up. Okay. The Sonya Massive thing is boiling, you know. That thing is boiling. Every other TikTok or something, social media is her. It's talking about her. It's the Lord stirring this thing up. Okay? Jake is not he's not falling for the old okey doke no more. Okay? Jake is fed up.
No, you're right. No, it's not just one event anymore. There's constant footage of shit going up. What this man is doing to our people.
Yeah.
All right, they can't hide that shit no more because everybody has a phone. Everyone has a screen they can record. All right, hey, Jake is violently viewing that. And this is going on in the daily.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, not just the cell phone footage, but the cops.
Yeah, the body cams. Yeah.
The body cam footage. That's all public access. Anybody can just go online and pull the video footage out. All these little incidents that happen with the cops.
Yeah.
Just recently, what happened out there in Florida? It was a Supreme Court judge threatened to kill these Jake kids, man. He was on camera talking about, forget what you guys did. She was a Supreme Court judge. Right. It's a Supreme Court.
So that tells you what kind of legislation she's pushing for.
Right.
Okay? The death of our people, man.
Well, I said there's levels to it.
Yep.
Police stations, you got these deputy gangs, and these guys at high level that are quote-unquote white supremacist gangs in the police system. Especially out here in LA.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I think she goes up the ladder. How do you feel about us as a people?
Yeah, sure. Here at LA, they have different games.
Oh yeah. The one cop had the big Jake in handcuffs. He's already handcuffed and he said something, and the white cop just punched him in the face while he's handcuffed, you know. That kind of stuff, man. Okay? Show you their hatred toward us.
It's only so much that they're going to take to and end up going for the spirit on the music, man.
Yeah.
You know? Not that it would be good to have a badge.
Right. They know where y'all live too.
Yeah.
They know where they have their little community, but they know where that community is. Okay? And you going against 1,000 ain't gonna be, your little 12 bullets you got, that ain't gonna do nothing, man. You're gonna be minced meat. Okay? Because the Lord is gonna put the spirit on the people to come after you, man. Because it's the end. These things are supposed to happen. It's written. Okay, one people shall fight against another. Why? Why are one people fighting against another? What did that other people do to this people to make them want to fight as a people? Not one-on-one, but a whole people. Okay, getting together like they do. Okay, like they used to do back in the day when they get their lynch mob. Okay, they go, hey, tonight we're going around there and we're gonna get old Johnny from around there. We're gonna take him and get him in the white oak tree over there. Okay? They all got together.
The whole town is called sundown town.
Yep.
It wasn't just in the South. They're all over the place.
Yep.
All communities get together. If you see this nigger around here, we're gonna lynch him, man.
Yeah.
That's when when the street lights came on. That's where that originates from. Sundown towns.
And it's still, like the brother said, it's still happening today. You got towns you can't be in after sundown, okay? They still exist. Why do they still exist? Because the government let them exist, okay? If they were doing what they do, what they say the town do, and if somebody goes through there and get caught and got caught up, how come the government is not investigating and bringing that town, okay, to justice? They're not going to do that because it's the government that's involved in it, man. They're the one that lets it keep going. Okay?
got whole websites that pinpoint each sundown town. Well, so they can't say they don't know about them.
That was that movie, The Green Book, right? The Green Book was about sundown towns. He had this book where he could read and see what towns he could stop in, what towns he didn't stop in. Okay. It's like, it's maddening or word, but it's a system that's in place, okay, that to a regular minded person would be like, how could you let this go on? Okay, you said you are a civilized country, you're civilized, but yet barbaric things go on here. Barbaric. Okay? And the government is barbaric. They let it go on. They sanction it. Okay? These guys can get away with anything that just walk by the camera. Okay? They can get away with anything. Alright? And unless you got them on camera, okay, and then sometimes that's not enough.
Yeah. Just like the tunnels that happened in New York.
Right.
No one said anything about that.
Nothing. But soon as Jake do something, then all this will uprise. Oh, we gotta put them in their place. You know, this can't happen. This is a civilized place. Okay? But yet they're allowed to do devilment 24/7. Okay? It gets swept under the rug. Alright? The Catholic priests, they could do anything to your children. Okay? And it gets swept under the rug like it's nothing.
They just move it to another parish, another church. No, you don't even hear about it. They don't really talk about that stuff. It ain't big like it once was, you know? All these priests out here. They just swept it under the rug. Hey, but hey, like the scripture says, the Lord says, supplication, the wrath that is upon you. That's part of the wrath. It's part of the wrath. It's unjust court systems. That's part of the wrath.
Yep.
Yahawashi. We have to go to the devil for the water of all things. We have no power in our might. But hey, you got to suffer that, man. The reason why it was to suffer patient wrath. Right? 2/3 of our people don't understand.
But after that suffering though, the Lord said he was gonna avenge us, okay, on them damn devils, man. Okay, y'all did it to us. Yeah, the Lord allowed you to do it, but there's gonna be consequences and repercussions for that, believe me. Alright? You're gonna get punished for that.
Zechariah 9:13. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man. The Lord shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning, and the Lord Yahawashi shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. Right, the Lord raising up the southern kingdom, and shall bring Judah, and raising up the northern kingdom, and shall bring Ephraim. Okay, against thy sons, O Greece, which are you Edomites. That equals what? A racial. It's going to be Yahawashi Spirit on Jacob, and on Esau, man. They're going to clash, and you'll go hands on it. Okay?
Yeah, because devils have that hatred that follows everything. All right, against our people. All right, and hey, there's going to be an all-out, fight, like the brother saying. All right, against these different nations. More importantly, Esau. All right, the patriotic feelings.
Real quick, just going back into how, Jacob, your northern kingdom and the southern kingdom come together these last days. So the Obadiah, 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble. They shall kindle them and devour them. There shall not be any remaining in the house of Esau. The Lord has spoken.
And that's going to be the final judgment on the devils. All right? There's going to be a day in the kingdom where we gather you up and we burn you in the pit. Alright, you aren't going to exist as a nation anymore. There's going to be no Edomites, after the 1,000 years. Alright? You're just going to be a story, an afterthought that we tell our kids.
Or that vengeance, man. Yeah. It's a righteous thing to prevent tribulation and the trouble. Right? Back in 2 Ezra 15, 16. There shall be submission among men, and they hate one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. The force of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able.
Yeah, you won't be able to travel as freely as you can right now. There's going to be certain checkpoints, certain cities that you can't enter. Alright, everything is going to be restricted. Alright?
But because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, hey, the cities are going to have it the worst. Alright, this is where a major population is at. Alright, this is where judgment is going to be executed quickly as well. Alright, once all hell breaks loose, people are going to lose their shit.
Man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, because of the lack of bread and all the hell that's happening, people are going to rob and spoil. Alright, they're not going to care who it is. Alright, you're cool with your neighbor right now, hey, that's not going to last. Alright, it speaks about how because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. In those days, people aren't going to give a fuck who you are. Alright, oh, you watch over my kid, this or that. No. Alright, hey, they're going to look after themselves and their kids. Alright? Some of them might even eat their kids. It speaks about how that's going to come through.
So man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Alright, so you think you're cool with your neighbor now, you say hello to him, whatever, your way out. He's not going to have any pity upon you. You're not going to have any pity upon him. It's the lack of bread for destruction. You'll be looking after your family, your kids. So you all out bad. Verse 20, Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, the south, and the east, and Libanus, to themselves one against another, to pay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord Power, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
And yeah, Yahawashi is coming to turn up the heat, man. Alright, especially to you, those of you who did evil unto our people on this side. Alright, hey, the Lord is coming to rain that vengeance, alright?
And to our people,
Yeah.
it just said, my right hand shall not spare the sinners.
Yeah, and that you can link that with Ezekiel 9, you can get that next as well. Alright, how our people, they're going to be executed, alright? Because of they refuse to turn back. Alright?
My right hand shall not spare the sinners. My sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Fire is gone forth from my wrath, and hath consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners, like the straw that is kindled. Woe unto them that sin, keep not my commandments.
You have all the time in the world to repent right now. But you refuse. It speaks about prophets, how the Lord man, he's sending out his prophets. He's extending that. Those of you wicked Israelites refuse. Alright? Give me that precept in Amos 9 and I believe it's 10 or 9.
There. On the right.
It's the verse right after 6 weeks.
Yeah, it says,
9 and 10.
well, in that precept, it says, woe unto them that sin and keep not my commandments. So a lot of destruction is for our
Yeah.
people, man. They refuse to come back to Yahawashi, like the Lord said. The prophets have been out here since what, 2008, 2007, spread across the globe, really since the 70s.
Yeah, even before that, our apostles, our elders. Alright? Give me that in Amos.
Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
And that's the mindset of the wicked of our people. They believe since everything's been good, they haven't been judged yet, that it's not going to happen. And the Lord is coming to execute that judgment. And we just read about in that thermonuclear. Alright, he saved these souls. Alright, to witness all the hell that's going to happen before that, just to be burnt up by the missiles. Alright, that's a fearful thought. Yeah, that was it. Go back. Oh yeah, give me that.
Ezekiel 9 and 4. The Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Now in every scripture where it says in Daniel, and Jeremiah, and Isaiah, where it speaks about that day, how it's great, so that none is like it. It always speaks about destruction, but it also speaks about a people being saved out of it, a remnant. All right, and Ezekiel 9 goes into that. All right, that word for mark, the Hebrew is tawah. All right, meaning those who are going to be exempt from the coming judgments, these different perils that are coming.
And to the others he said, my hearing, go ye after him to the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity.
Now this is for the others. All right, Zechariah speaks about 2/3. All right, in this land, America, Babylon the Great. All right, 2/3 of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're gonna witness judgment. Like it's gonna say right here. Have no pity.
Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Yeah, and it all begins in the sanctuary, like it says in I think Peter's. Our judgment must first begin in the house of the Most High. All right, that's where it's gonna start. All right, amongst us Israelites. All right, and it speaks about how, hey, the Lord, He's not gonna regard who it is. Children, women, handmaids. All right,
Old and young.
Yeah, God, not a respect of persons. Old and young. It doesn't matter because the Lord, He views it all. What you did in this current life, what you did in your past. He knows. He knows you in an intimate way. All right.
Yeah, the spirit don't change, man. Whether you're a young man, old man, or even an infant baby.
Yeah.
It's still that same spirit.
It speaks about how the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. All right, same with the wicked Israelites, man. The same wicked Israelites back then are coming back in their life.
Then they began the ancient men which were before the house.
Like I said, it's going to begin with those of you, especially who know your truth. All right, those of you who are privy to this truth. All right, are doing it just for wicked gain. All right, you guys are going to have the worst. It speaks about it in the book of Luke. The servant who knew, he's going to be beaten up with more stripes. He's going to catch more of that hell.
Yeah, the ones that put down the cloud.
Yeah.
The ones that broke your vow to Yahawashi.
Yeah. The ones that know the truth but are teaching another name, that are teaching other doctrines. All right, those of you can't just repent at the very last minute, all right, and expect salvation. Man, you're gonna have to answer for everything you see that you committed. All right, you got a lot of people that you're gonna lead a lot of people to their destruction.
How people think they can play the loop.
No.
I got a quick right quick. Kind of going back just a little.
Yeah.
All right, but talking about all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, Therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Like the brother said earlier, you can't pull a fast one on the Lord. All right, He sees everything that you did, every sin that you committed. You're not getting away with it. Just because you're not being judged right now doesn't mean that in the future you're not going to witness or you're not going to go through it.
Read that again. Just because the judgment doesn't come quickly, you know, there are people think they got away with something. These other nations think they got away with it. So let us come, cut them off from being a nation. So fuck this up, do us in slavery. Just because the Lord ain't done nothing, you know, they think they're good. They think the Lord is on their side.
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
It wasn't executed speedily. You know, we're still under these devil's hands, man.
Yeah.
Our people are still out here worshiping other gods.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
That's right.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before Him. If you fear the Lord, you're going to be good, because you're not trying to sin, okay, add sin upon sin. You're not trying to do that. When you sin, you repent of your sin and are very sorrowful, okay? You're not like the Israelite of old that went and purchased the dove, okay, the sacrifice before they even do the sin, okay, premeditated sin.
It speaks about that in the book of Peter's, how not to use their cloak as an event, as an occasion to go on redemption.
Yeah.
All right, roughly paraphrasing. All right, don't use His grace as a liberty to do whatever the hell you want. All right, because hey, the Lord's sacrifice, man, you know, He's not gonna come down here and do that again. That's pretty much you making you're making a mockery of that sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the Christian church says. They say that it's a grace period. We're in grace so we can do whatever we want. No, it's not true, man.
Yeah.
It's a time period to get it right. You know? We're supposed to rehearse the righteous acts. And sometimes we're rehearsing the righteous acts, man.
Exactly.
It's grace period. Go back to 2 Thessalonians 15 and 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, your children, with power, and defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
Yeah, and the Lord is keeping His eyes are it says 10 times brighter than the sun.
Yeah.
10,000 times brighter than the sun. You know, He sees He sees all the evil and the good that's being done. All right, especially our people. All right, you know, us being so close to the Most High. Hey, you're gonna have to answer to all that. All right, the wicked Israelites that continue this.
Only God can judge me.
Hey, that's a bold statement right there.
Yeah,
You don't want the Lord. You don't want to receive that. It's a fearful thing to go to the hands of the heavenly power. All right, the one who created you, the one that knows you. All right, what makes you tick? You know, what you fear the most, what you love the most.
He gave you your fear.
Yeah. It's a bold statement.
Verse 27. Now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join in battle with them, and shall waste the portion of the land of the Syrians. It's basically talking about the Middle East, man, that World War III, man. Carmanians is just another name for Iran, the Persians.
Yeah,
Edomites. Join hand in hand with Ishmael. Like it says, Ishmael, you know, he was to be wild as nature.
Yeah, he says, it's a wild man.
Yeah. Strap a damn bomb to his chest, say Allah Akbar,
Blow himself up.
blow himself up to blow up other people. You know? That's wild there.
Wild war.
And mentioned Romanian virgin. You know, trapping like a wild boar. What happened in the trap? Put a wild boar in the corner. What happened? That boy went berserk. If you notice about, a lot of tension, especially right now, between America, Israel, and Iran. Okay? Pay attention to American military bases around the world. A lot of it is surrounding Iran. Because that's the last nation they want to invade. You watch that little talk that Eric Russo had. I saw that how you mentioned that they want to take Libya, Syria, and you mentioned Iran. That's the nation that we want to get. Alright? What's going to happen when that happens? What's going to happen? The least of the flock will draw America out and get them to invade and attack Iran. You're going to have Russia. Russia's going to step in. Be a big guard and a big brother to Iran. You saw an example of that with Syria. How the West wanted to take a side out and they couldn't do it because of Russia. Russia stepped in and backed them up. Alright? So what do you think is going to happen when they try to invade Iran? Take over Iran. Alright? Russia's going to step in, man. Alright? It's going to cause war to be right there and then. You already have, leader, he got assassinated in Iran through a bomb. Well, first they said it was a strike, and then Russia how they condemned the strike, and everyone knows that Israel and the United States are probably involved. You know, and now they're saying that that you have Iran or some of the men that put the bomb in the group that he was in. Alright? The point is tensions are very high. But tensions can only be so high so long until conflict is gone.
Right.
And that's what's getting ready to happen. Conflict will come out of all this. Alright? Wars will come out of all this. Nuclear war is going to come out of all this, man. We're not only going to have, you're going to have Russia, chief head. You're going to have Iran, you're going to have China, all nations that bend the bow, destroy America, man.
Yeah.
That's what it goes back to waste a portion of the Assyrians. Assyria, in that verse, represents America, man. Right?
BRICS nations versus the NATO. You know? China, India, Russia got that nuclear capability. So that's why they're not really quick to go into it right now. But yeah, it's slowly building up, man. Mainly because the elect, all the elect has to go. It's all about the elect. Angels are holding back that destruction until the elect is moving up. Then angels are going to work on it to get that to really get it popping off, man.
Yeah, it says you shall make war with peace. Peace meaning NATO. That's why you have nations like the BRICS. You have nations like Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, all making alliances with each other. They know in order to go to war with peace, they have to join an alliance. Russia can't go to war with NATO on its own. They need an alliance with China, North Korea, Iran, and that's what they're seeing. That's what America's seeing. I've seen a real news on bullshit. There's a general that went in the House speaking how concerned they should be. This is right before they passed the, I think it was $50 billion budget on defense, and they were going into how they were basically speaking on how America's not ready to handle Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran all at once. They're not ready for a world conflict. You know, speak how China's preparing cybersecurity. So I know that their F wants to go into 2013, man. You know? That's why you had Biden trying to withdraw from really going into Ukraine. Alright, he said that, you know that with America and Russia, that's what we agree. Right? That's why they're so hesitant to do certain things when it involves Russia. Okay?
It's going to be the board's amendment, right? All right, what's Russia considered, man? That's it. All right, and after Russia, man, they're not going to be the next superpower. All right, it's going to be Yahawashi, all right, when he comes down, right? So fuck whatever goes doctrine is out there.
Yeah, you know. Just wait for that peaceful plot to draw them out. America and Iran, you know. That's really what's going to be kicking them off. No matter how many of these leaders that, you know, Assad is killing. Because Israel's been killing a lot of the Iranian scientists going back years. They always talk about how, yeah, they're going to battle with man. They ain't going to do nothing until at least the plot draws them out. Until the elections can open up. That's why it's important to come out here and do this work. And we're almost there.
But it's time there will be a wild boar, man. They'll go berserk.
Sir.
On a fucking small hats, man. You will know not just Elam's wild nature, but Elam's nature, but you will learn Ishmael's nature as well. You know? Because Elam, they support the Palestinians, man.
Yeah.
They back the Palestinians. They don't like what you are doing to them, man.
All of this is like continuously blowing air into a balloon, okay, that has this max amount of air that can be blown into it before it busts, okay, and that's what's happening. Air is being blown into the balloon structure, okay, and pretty soon it's going to max out, and there's nothing nobody can do about it, okay, it's going to bust.
It's like back when the brother says, verse 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then shall these be troubled, and silent and devoured, shall flee. What is it? They're going to remember their nature, that wild war. They're all crazy out there. Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and 4. Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Okay, so these are all signs, that are coming to tell us that this is the end. We're nearing the end. All right, we're hearing all these wars and rumors of wars. All right, the Lord said, let not be deceived. These things must come to pass. All right, we understand that, hey, through all that's going to go down, that this has to happen after our kingdom will come. All right?
The end is not yet. The nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes, diverse places.
Just read about that pleasures of when people against another people. All right? A famine, destruction, death, pestilence. All that is coming. All right?
Earthquakes, so we just had an earthquake out here a couple days ago. I was out there in Mars, did that? Felt it all the way out here in the valley. That was just one. Earthquakes in diverse places. Earthquake maps, different earthquakes that take place all around the world, all times, man. There's an earthquake going on, man. As well as pestilences, man. I believe they recalled some stuff. There's always a recall going on.
Yeah.
Some virus, some disease get caught up in these foods now.
I like Fiji water. I forgot what.
Listeria, yeah. That's just the latest one. I was at the grocery store the other day. A recall notice came up on my receipt. They printed out a recall of all the things I was recalled on my receipt. I'd never seen anything like that before, man. And I actually had an item, some bread that I bought. They said, yeah, return that, get your refund.
That's famine right there. Okay? You got food and can't eat it.
Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes, in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yeah, these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Hey, there's no coming back after this. Alright, it's all downhill for Americans. From this. Alright? Really, it's already started, but it's gonna only get intensified way more. Alright?
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's gonna be affliction on these people. Alright, persecution. Alright, those of us who are the right people are going to alright, deliver us to these different councils and these different judges. Alright, but the Lord is still gonna be with us. Alright, and they're gonna be able to behead some of us because we're not gonna take that MOTV was written up in Revelation 13. Alright, but hey, it speaks about Sam Purpose. Alright, even if our life has to go, we're gonna do what's right with Yahawashi. Alright?
Yeah, it's like what I said in Revelation, you know. John saw that the souls of them that were beheaded, you know, the ones that actually believed in Yahawashi, believed on that name. But, you know, the Apocrypha talks about, you know, how there'll be like madmen sparing none.
Yeah.
That those that had the zeal for the Lord. You got those that are 2/3 that are in the church that believe they don't have the truth. They're also going to get caught up in this, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. Give me that in 2nd Ezra, so 16. Sorry. 18.
2nd Ezra 16 and 18. Beginning of sorrows, great mournings. Beginning of famine, great death.
So like we just read in Matthew, man, it's all the beginning of sorrows. Alright, mourning, famine, and death. This is what's coming.
Beginning of sorrows, great mournings. Beginning of famine, great death. Beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah, this prophet Ezra's asking it seems like everything, before that he saw a vision, everything was destroyed. You know, it was a hard thing to witness. How are we going to get delivered out of it? And the Lord is going to deliver us from what we experience. Alright?
Right. Verse above it, he said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Yep.
Knowing he was going to be caught up in this, man.
Yeah.
He's going to have to deal with it. The reincarnation. Well, there's a, what do Christians say, tribulation period.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Are they going to be beamed up?
Yeah.
Raptured up? The rapture.
Well, there's going to be a period we are tested, but it's not going to. We're not going to escape. Everything that's going on. All right, we're going to be out here witnessing. What's going to happen.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So we can have stories for our children.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
We can have stories for the brothers. Hey, man, this is what I went through this. How to go through it.
Yeah. Because it speaks about in Revelation, the 2nd chapter. They're going to cast some of us into prison. All right. We're going to be tried. For 10 days. All right.
The stories that we're going to be written of what the elect will do. You're going to have the elect that's going to be able to
Sure. Expound over it.
yeah, expound.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah, because every brother is going to have a story, man. So it's going to be, what's going to happen is going to be a time like no other. All right. The Lord is going to, we're going to know who the Lord is going to be with in those times. It speaks about this in this chapter. Then shall it be known who are the Lord's men.
Yeah. Why? Because men are going to be, some men are going to be married.
Yeah. You got to think about that. That's an insane period. All right, where people can't, find what to eat. People can't find, a safe environment. And you got men, hey, happy.
Happy, live, and vibrant. Look like they had food. They ate food a couple hours ago.
We just ate What?
Plentiful. Yeah.
Because not eating is going to change a lot of these things. Like,
Yeah.
your facial structure, you're going to lose a lot of weight. You're going to become more weak.
You're going to become more angry, more violent. Remember the sneakers commercial back in the day?
You're not eating when you're hungry.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah. They're going to be foreign troops invading this land. Your cortisol levels, man, your stress is going to rise up. All right. You're going to bug the hell out because you're not going to know where to go, where to take refuge. Because, hey, us men, we're going to have, Lord's will to the end, we're going to have to do it. All right, Yahawashi guiding us. All right, taking care of us, providing for us. All right?
Psalm 23 going to be fully in effect.
Yeah.
Okay? Give us this day our daily bread. Lead us not into temptation. Okay? We walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will not fear no evil. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Okay? That's going to come into effect, man. All right? That's basically a future prophecy.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful, man.
Oh, hell is let loose. You're going to have the only safeguard, the only refuge.
Yeah.
All right, that can keep you safe.
You're going to be so hungry. You're going to commit cannibalism.
Yeah.
Which that is going to change how you are as a person. It's not change who you meet. That's going to change you.
Yeah.
You know? It's going to change your mental state. It's going to change your body. Hands will start to shake. I don't know if that is.
Get the shades from up.
Eli. They were some of their family.
You probably have certain times. Yeah, that's insane.
That's going to show how starving you're going to be in order to work with somebody.
Let's talk about these kings. Okay? But these other nations, it ain't gonna be hard for them to do that. Okay? You got some of them actually really doing that right now.
Yeah, some of them are doing violence issues. Remember I was on YouTube, you see the video of like admin, man, with rats and that shit. Prepping that shit like it's natural. They do the same with dogs, you know, that's a staple that sticks on them. Alright, these other nations can do that because like they're separate from us, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
They got in there some of these other like Asian, their market. They got smoked dogs hanging up, you know. Oh, give me out of my yard, you know. And they showed how they had some big old rats like this.
Yeah.
The guy was just feeding them. Okay. And they saying that that's what you've been fed. You were being fed in these Chinese markets, in these Chinese restaurants, instead of chicken. Okay, you never see a chicken bone up in here. It's all cut up.
That's why Jake eats that shit heavily. They get these diseases.
Yeah.
Because that shit is, the other nations can do that, man. The Lord is not dealing with them, all right?
Right.
All right, we, however, man, we've been given the law,
Yeah.
all right, for a reason.
Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Yeah, this is as a punishment for, again, the sinners of his people. All right, 2/3 of the people over here. All right? For refusing to listen, man, you know, this is going to serve as a ultimate punishment. Famine, death, pestilence, leading up to that final plague destruction.
But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. The old pictures of be so good sheep on earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah, all this is creeping up. People think they're a good case, all right, because everything is so cheap. All right, but hey, soon the Lord is gonna. Give me that in Thessalonians where it speaks about when they shall say peace and safety. First Thessalonians 5. I believe.
behold, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish, are sent as scourges for amendment, or change and jigs. But for all these things they shall not turn from the wickedness. That's why the Lord has to destroy you. No matter. He sent all these plagues upon you. You still don't turn. You still don't recognize the evil ways. Come back to Yahawashi. See, nobody's out here.
1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah. And those of you Israelites that think everything is all good, all right, that nothing is going to happen. When you least expect it, that's what the Lord is going to bring as sudden destruction. All right, He's going to throw a whirlwind at you. All right, when you least expect it. Yeah. Okay, and that's going to shake it how you will. A lot of you are going to. It's it.
Hey, all these warnings been going out for decades now. Warnings been going out for decades. At some point, you know, the warning's going to stop. Okay, the fishing going to stop, then the hunting is going to begin. Okay, a story, a book don't go on forever. You don't go into a movie theater and go in there and then you take the things that you need for the rest of your life up in there because you're never coming out. At some point, that movie ends. Okay, it goes from the beginning, the middle to the end. Okay, nothing is different about this movie we're in right now. Okay, at some point it's coming to an end. Yeah. All right, we're at the ending now. You can see the climax. Okay, the peak of the story is going to its climax right now. Okay, these things will come to pass as written in the scripture. All right, we're here to warn you of them, and you're supposed to take heed to that warning. You don't take heed to the warning, then when the sudden destruction comes, you're going to be wanting to see and hear that warning again. Okay, you're going to want to know where the prophets of the Lord are. Okay, you're going to want some relief. But the Lord said, when I called, you didn't answer. When I stretched out my hand, you smacked my hand away from you. So now you're going to have to just deal with it. It's coming. Everything we're saying is going to come.
Like you said from Ezra 16:22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Yeah. So imagine that, escaping famine, all right, just to be destroyed by the sword. All right. You can't escape the wrath of Yahawashi. All right, it speaks about there's no escape. All right, for the wicked.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. The earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down.
Yeah, so just like how it says again in Zephaniah, they shall be like dung in the street. Nobody's going to regard these bodies. They're just going to awaken. All right, for their stink. All right, so just going to come up. Nobody's going to bury you.
There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. A good example of that is that movie, post-apocalyptic movies where like the weeds and stuff grow. I have legend. The streets, weeds and plants, no one's there to till the land, landscapers, you know.
That got me fast. Yeah, it's a real murder. Weeds and stuff going.
But that movie got to the point where like the wild animals, they were in the cities. You know, you have different deers and all that. You know, all that is coming too. All right, you got all these different zoos out here, man. And that's what we escape. Expect the animals to escape out of it.
And you saw that during the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, during lockdowns. You know, a lot of those mountain lions come out, bears. You know, throwing all these cars, throwing all these voices out in the streets. A lot of that wildlife came out from the mountains coming down. You know. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate and bent.
And it's gonna be completely empty. There's gonna be nobody taking care of the trees, the wildlife. All right, picking all this fruit. All right, ready for harvest. All right, and there's gonna be none of that.
So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. Of the city there shall be left 10 left, and 2 on the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, and in the clefts of the rocks. As in the orchard of olives upon every tree, there are left 3 or 4 olives. For as when the vineyard is gathered, there are left clusters of them that diligently seek the vineyard. Even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search for houses with the sword.
Yeah, and after all this, there's gonna be mass death, man. There's not gonna be a lot of people left on the city, for sure. All right, it speaks about how one is gonna desire to see the coming, but not be able to. They see, meaning that there's not gonna be a lot left. All right, a lot of people are gonna die before it all happens.
And the earth shall be laid waste, the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her path shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the woman shall mourn, having no husbands.
Why is that? Because we spoke about earlier about that drought. All right, and World War III is coming. All right, they're gonna desire to send out people, as much people as they can. All right, and a lot of you, like I said, they're gonna die out there in the war. All right, they're gonna meet their judgment over there.
Virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. Women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
There you go. All right, there's gonna be a lack of men in those days. All right, the women are gonna catch a lot of help. All right, there's gonna be a lot of men that are gonna be destroyed.
Like the Civil Wars, when America was invaded, it's one of the men that gotta fight them, and women aren't gonna have any men around. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not in God to whom the Lord spake.
It's time to repent right now. All right, and the Lord is extending his hand. All right, before all this judgment comes to pass, man, repent and get yourself right with the Lord. Turn to him.
Yeah. The Lord is the only one that can deliver you out of the things that's going to come. Can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
These things that we're speaking of, why do you think we are here? Okay, we're coming in the spirit of Yahawashi. It's the spirit of prophecy. Alright, we're coming to tell you before it happens. Warn you. Okay, so you can get yourself right in Yahawashi and Yahawashi, so you don't have to go through this destruction. This is the Most High. This is his finale. Okay, this is his big act at the end. Okay, to show his power and his glory. Okay. So don't get it twisted as if you're going to be able to save yourself out of this by your works. I'm a good person. Lord don't care about that. You remember your last lives. You remember the things that you think you don't remember. Okay? The things you do in secret. Okay? Remember and knows all of that.
Yeah, it's all about getting married. Because he's the one bringing all this. He's the only one that can bring you out of it.
Behold, the plagues draw nigh that are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, he slack not at a moment.
Yeah, like those pains, someone is pregnant, a woman. Alright, she's feeling the pains. So is that one. Alright, everything is just further intensifying more and more. Each day that we continue with this. Alright, it's gonna lead up to that destruction.
Yeah, labor pain.
Yeah.
And as the labor gets closer, the time for the baby to come, the labor pains get closer and closer until that baby pops out. And that baby popping out is going to be Yahawashi showing up.
This place being destroyed and Yahawashi showing up.
Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Alright, there's going to be no salvation for people, alright? Wicked. Alright, all these perils are just going to come in more and more. Alright, you're not going to know where to turn to, or who to turn to. Alright?
O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as children on the earth.
So, the Spirit is showing us to be like pilgrims upon the earth. Alright, some of us brothers, hey, we're not going to stay at a spot for too long.
Right.
Alright, like the brother was mentioning earlier, there's going to be wild shit going on. People that are cannibals and all this type of madness. Alright, that's why the Lord is also going to give us a cold spirit. In those days, you can't just trust anybody. Alright, because anybody in that day isn't going to look out for your well-being.
Don't trust anybody now.
Yeah, don't trust anybody now. Everybody has their own intentions.
Don't become attached to things.
Yeah.
Your house, your bed, your car, eating 3 meals a day. Don't get attached to that. Okay? Be ready to be made uncomfortable. Okay? Find solace in that, being uncomfortable. Knowing how to take being uncomfortable. Okay? Like it's just another day. That's what you're gonna look at it. Okay, because the scripture says, "Arise ye and depart. This is not your rest."
Yeah.
Okay, don't try to rest up over here because you see other people resting. This is not our rest. We're gonna get our rest, and our rest is gonna be an eternal rest, man. Okay, we're gonna be able to enjoy this life. We're gonna be able to enjoy our life, our children's life, okay? Enjoy having servants, okay? Enjoy owning something. You'll be able to own your house. This brother gonna be able to own his own planet, okay? That's how it's gonna be. Nobody's gonna be able to take it away from you. But this is not the time.
Like people right now, they're all been on the alert. There's a lot of robberies, break-ins into your own house. Man, we're not gonna have to worry about that shit.
Right. Nobody, that's not gonna be a problem. But you can't do that now. You can't do that here. Okay? What's coming is neighbors shall fight against neighbors with swords in their hand.
Que entran y salen.
He that selleth, let him be as if he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein.
Jeremiah 13:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child.
Well, so like,
Is that one?
Yeah, you can start there.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins? as a woman in travail, and as all faces are turned into paleness.
Yeah, so that's the amount of terror these people are going to be in. All right, like the woman that travails with child. It speaks about like with their hands with their loins. And people are going to have it the worst. It speaks about Zephaniah, how even the mighty men, they're going to come bitterly. You know, that's what's coming.
Have you ever been in a woman who's, verbal?
She's yelling.
She's yelling, but even after the pain has subsided and she's in the middle of it, without the contractions, it's in the middle where another contraction is about to come. Her face is still like perplexed because she knows it's coming. She know that next labor pain is coming.
There's no escaping it.
You know, escaping it. Okay.
These doctors have like these different medicines to numb it, but it doesn't numb it entirely.
Right.
They still have to go through it.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, and that's what it's mainly for. All right, Jacob, the people, or the 2/3 of this side. All right, the wicked of the people of this side. It's a day of Jacob's trouble. All right, and it's gonna be all out. We just read a few. It's famine, death, pestilence, destruction, invasion. All this shit is happening. It's gonna happen.
It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, and he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, and even then, you know, it speaks about the remnant being saved. All right, the Lord, you know, he got the few he saved out of it. 144,000 was buried.
Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now, like creator, your days is like you. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
And gone while the evil days come not. All right, in your youth, while you heard it, while there's still time to get right with the Lord. All right, no putting it off. All right, for the next day. No, once you hear it, that's when it should click with you. You understand that, hey, right now is the time to get right. And the Lord is coming to bring great judgment on this place. All right.
Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, and thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light, or the moon or the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Yeah, we're seeing part of that happen. The keepers of the house traveling with these different economists already know that this place is already through. It's at its end. There's no coming back from all the debt. All right, and it speaks about how the strong men, you know, they're going to die. All right, the strong, hey, people, once you think the strong men, they're not going to last. All right, the ones who think you have that mental fortitude, hey, we just spoke about how it's a time like no other with Jeremiah. All right, passing on the captivity we went through in Egypt. All right, these different kingdoms that were captive. All right, Greek, Rome. All right, back in America again. All right, he's gonna pass all that shit that happened. All right, leading to Jacob's trouble.
The doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low. He shall rise up with the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Yeah, we're seeing that grinding, that it's slowing down. It's gonna get to a point where people can't go to their job. It's gonna get to a point where people are gonna riot, and lose it over it. All right.
Malachi 1:14. Great day, the Lord is near, hasten greatly. Hear the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry their bitterly.
Like quoted earlier, there's a scripture where mighty men are going to cry their bitterly in the day of the Lord. All right? There's going to be no shelter if the Lord is not with you. All right? You're going to be lost and confused where to turn to.
Great day of the Lord is near, hasten greatly. Hear the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry their bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, a day of stress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and darkness.
And all this destruction that's going to come, it's leading up to that very own weekend. All right? That's why it's about to be a day of darkness. All right?
A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities, against the high towers. And I'll bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
Again, the Lord is not going to spare anything back. Block that, not going to use. All right? Not in that state.
Because they have sinned against the Lord. So all that destruction is really takes. That's what it's about people.
That's really who is made in the Lord. All right? That's why it's titled Big in Trouble in the scriptures.
It says that their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them from the day of the Lord's wrath. The whole land shall be devoured by fire and jealousy. He shall make even the speedy riddance all men that dwell in the land.
The Lord is going to make a speedy riddance of his ways. All right? It speaks about how not every gold or silver able to deliver you. That's how you know it's going to be the day the Lord is going to come in that divine intervention. All right?
Yeah, this is Daniel 12:1. It says, and at that time, shall Michael stand up. Okay, we're talking about the same time as what we're talking about. Okay? It says, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. My table of trouble. Okay? Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Again, saying, look at Jeremiah, it's time like no other. Everything that happened previously is not going to compare to what's going to happen next. Because Daniel's 12 speaks about the Lord and Michael, it's like the archangel Michael visiting this place. Intervening for their people.
It says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
As the elect, the light, the ones that are actually going to remember the traitor in the days of
Wait, like
the ones that are actually going to come back to Yahawashi the last time. The 7,000 that never bowed down to Baal, man. The one that the Most High had in reserve since the creation. We got one real quick. Psalms 20:1. Lord, hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the power of Jacob defend thee. Yeah, that's how you remember the day. That's how you remember the traitor. Remember his name. That's what's going to get you through this time of trouble. It's great. This time of Jacob's trouble. This time of thick clouds and darkness. This time where your money can't save you.
Right.
You know, you have to remember Yahawashi, remember that day. So, you know, if you're taking heed of this, you know, it's resonating with you. That name is very important. Don't listen to nobody that says you call the Lord anything you want. It says right here, the Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. How's the Lord going to hear you? You're not praying in that name. The name of the power of Jacob defend me. Alright? So that's how you're going to be defended. That's how you're going to be protected. It's praying to Yahawashi and it's sending that angel down to protect you. Alright? You're definitely going to need it. Alright?
Yeah, that prayer is very important. Alright, so the name of the Lord is a strong tower to the righteous. But they run into it and they're safe.
We spoke about it last week about King David. His enemies passed him about. The sorrows of death passed him. What do you do? Pray in the name. He will deliver you. Got it. So all sorts of examples. So your money, your gold, ain't going to be able to save you. Alright? What's going to save you? What's going to defend you? It's the name. Yahawashi, Yahawah, Yahawashi.
Psalms chapter 20, verse 6. Now know that I, the Lord, saveth his anointed. You will hear him from his holy heaven, the saving strength of his right hand. Right, who are the Lord's anointed? The ones that are found written in the book of life. The elect. Alright? It says, now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. You will hear him from his holy heaven, the saving strength of his right hand.
Read the next verse.
Verse 7. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God, Yahawashi.
Someone's going to put their trust in Egypt and these things that they get. Some are going to put their trust in this government. Some are going to put their trust in these automatic weapons, these guns. Some are going to probably put their trust in the money. The money's going to deliver. Hey, that's not going to deliver you, man.
Some people are trusting themselves. How mighty they think they are.
There's no saving yourself.
Shit.
I know how to survive mountains. I know how to survive out in the mountains.
You know all that, yeah.
Shit, I know how to shoot well. I know how to fucking fight. I know how to run. I have survival instincts.
I have not sinned.
That's all good. That's all good, but when the Lord visits, man, it's gonna be like, oh, there's no preparing for what's coming.
Motherfucker be so scared. You know, so scared you forget that you had a gun in you. Yeah. Not scared again.
It's gonna be like a day like no other. So how can you prepare for that?
Can't. Only mentally. Only spiritually.
Yeah, only spiritually. That's
the
the
only way
only
you
way.
can prepare. Prepare mentally is kind of foolish if you think of it.
They're very foolish.
You want family, right? So let me just stack a bunch of food in the water. A lot of cans have expiration dates in the room.
Yeah.
Number two, you can't just store a bunch of plastic bottles because eventually you have all the water in the plastic is gonna, no matter if you have it in a cool, dark shady room, the plastic's still gonna seep into that water.
Yeah, that's why water expires after a certain period.
Right.
Plastic.
Right.
Yeah.
So the only way to prepare spiritually, get your mind right with Yahawashi, Yahawashi. That's the only way. Because the Lord's the only one that can deliver you, man.
Yeah.
Alright?
You can have a whole bunch of cans with no can opener. You got no way to open that can. Everything is blunt around you.
And you don't know how that shit's gonna play off, man. How that shit. You'll be in another city, another town, and then all of a sudden it starts right there in there. Where we're gonna be. You can't go to another city.
Right.
You know? Declare martial law, you have to be inside at a certain hour. It takes 2 hours to get to your house. You can't make it in time.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why you're supposed to keep your trust in the Lord, because the Lord already has it written. And how you gonna survive, how he's gonna save you. It's already written. And then you didn't write it. Okay? You don't know how it's gonna turn out. You don't know. But that's why you build your faith. That's why you build faith. In order to have that faith to cash in when it's time of when Jacob's troubles actually come. You'll be fully armored, okay, in the Lord. You won't have a worry. You'll be singing joy unto the Lord. Okay, you'll be happy. Okay? The Lord said his servants gonna eat. Alright, he's gonna be joyful in the spirit.
Yeah, you gotta believe that too.
Yeah.
We gotta believe that, you know. We read it, it's in the scriptures, but time is gonna come. And Heavenly Father's gonna test us. Heavenly Father's gonna test our faith to see if we do believe. You're gonna eat, even though you haven't eaten for a day or two. You know?
So that's where it all stems from. Belief. That's the only thing that can be given to them except for the Lord. Right?
And the only man that knew exactly what he was gonna go through, suffering, was the Lord Yahawashi. The only man. He didn't just know what he was going to suffer. He got pain. He also knew the joy that he was going to receive if he endured that. Now, we don't know what we're going to suffer. We know we're going to suffer, but we don't know exactly the Lord. Yeah, specifics. Not as Yahawashi knew the specifics. You know, if we knew the specifics, we kind of probably be all, you know, mentally not all there.
Well, the Lord said what? I reckon the suffering of this present life, this present world, will not equate, roughly paraphrasing, equate to the blessings that we're going to receive. Okay? So he's telling us the suffering that we're doing is a drop in the bucket to the blessings that we're going to receive.
Yeah, don't forget all this stuff.
Yeah, like
that's like, damn. You feel like I should have went through more.
yeah, if it is,
Damn.
Lord, send me back and put me through some more stuff. This is just too much.
You're gonna get 2 Corinthians 4:17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. For while we look not at things which are seen, but at things which are not seen. Things which are seen are temporal, things which are not seen are eternal.
Now, what's that? The kingdom is not yours. Observation, made in the hand. You know, when we believe it, we know that in order to get there, we have to go through a great tribulation, which is really light.
Yeah.
All right, like I said in the beginning, light suffering.
For our light affliction, which is but for a moment.
Yeah, a light affliction. That's what we gotta remember when we're going through these times. That it's just a light affliction that we're just enduring for a moment. Just like when you're running a mile or doing a rigorous workout. You know it's not gonna be forever. You know, if you're doing a time, you're doing 9 speed on the treadmill or something. You know you're not gonna run it forever. You're only running for I'm running for 30 seconds. I'm gonna do this for a minute. You can see the time.
Yeah.
So you know I'm just doing it. Do this, and I know that you'll see my time that I've done. Or I'm gonna go faster because I know that I'm almost at the finish line. Alright?
Because the hell that we are against is just for a moment, because the exceeding glory that we're going to receive is going to last if it was nothing. By that time that we go through, we then, it says for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So yeah, man, all that affliction of glory, man, you can't compare it to that glory that the elect is going to receive.
Yeah, compared to the season that we're going to suffer. Alright, compare that to what we're going to have forever. And that's going to be everlasting. Alright, it's not going to be something that fades away. It's not going to be something that's just for a season. Israel, as a whole nation, is going to live good. Alright?
So don't put your trust in chariots. Don't put your trust in ammunition. Don't put your trust in swords. What you do is, put your trust in your faith, man. Your faith, that's how you're going to prepare for the time of taking trouble that the brothers are going into. It's your faith that's going to prepare you, man.
In Psalm 26, that was the verse of the day.
It's like these different athletic coaches, these football coaches, what do? They watch old game tapes to prepare for the next game. Or these different lawyers, they watch old cases to prepare for this particular case.
It actually helps. It actually helps.
That helps.
Yeah.
But we can't do that when it comes to Tommy Jacob's trouble.
We do. We have the scripture. That's what prepares us. That's what prepares us, you know?
It's going to be a time like no other, a day like no other. So, I mean, there's physically nothing to prepare for it.
Yeah.
But that's part of that spirit. It's spiritual.
Knowledge of wisdom is going to be the stability of my time.
It's Psalms 26.
No, Psalm 27. No, I read it.
Oh, okay.
That was the rest of the day.
Oh, okay. I gotta read something. There's the book of Sirach. So, like the brothers were saying, the only way you can prepare yourself is spiritually. Alright, not mentally, not by physical, not by any reason. It's Sirach chapter 2, verse 6. It says, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. So we're out here trusting and waiting on the mercy of Yahawashi, all the way to the end. Lord's will, be endure. It says, ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. And that's the main part. You gotta believe that the Lord is coming to save us. Alright, he's coming to help us. How would you call it his name?
Right? You gotta wait. He said, wait on the Lord. Don't try to do it yourself, man. Do not try to do it yourself. Alright? You're gonna defend yourself. You got 2 bullets. Okay, you're gonna try to fight against Esau and his arsenal.
I believe on the verses above it, it says, make not haste in times of trouble.
That's it. Make not haste.
Yeah. Hey, but don't rely, trust in your plan of action, man. Trust in the Lord. Alright, he's the one that guides our steps, man. It says, ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, and was confounded? Alright, this is a question that's being posed. Alright, the answer is that's never happened. Everybody who's called in the name of the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, our fathers, all these stories that we went over the previous week, the Lord had delivered. Alright, King David. Alright? It says, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Alright, the Lord, man, he didn't despise if you're sincerely calling in his name. Alright, he loves them. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. Alright, so the Lord is coming to do a lot of saving. Alright, in this time of affliction it speaks of. Alright, then that's what the Lord is gonna he's gonna magnify and show his strength. Alright? Yeah. No, just that.
I got something. So Ephesians 6:14. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto all perseverance and supplication for all the saints.
So we're going to be saved out of here, man, by putting on the whole armor of the Most High. Alright, having that faith, the faith is about the helmet of faith.
Take the helmet of salvation of the Spirit, of the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High.
And taking on all of that. Alright, as well as combined with prayer and supplication, like we said. Alright, because that's our connection towards Him. And that's how here's when we're not worried, like we read in 2 Corinthians 2.
Daniel 12, I'm going to start at 9, it says, and he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. This is the time of the end. That's why we're giving you these words of prophecy. Okay, the things that are about to happen. It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly. None of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Okay? Wise is the elect. Wicked is the true learners. Okay? And be wicked as well. That's why you got one out alone out here coming up and approaching the camps and saying we're going to change the righteousness. Okay? It says, blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days. Okay? But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. Everybody's in their lot right now. Okay, even Daniel. Alright? Because everything was pre-written. It's written who's going to be saved and who's going to be destroyed. That's why it says, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. You have to work, okay, to make your calling and election sure. Alright?
So James 1 and 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
So again, going back to that connection with the Lord, he's not going to block you, or he's not going to spite that you're calling on him. Alright, he loves it when you do that. Alright, if you ask him for spiritual things, well, he's going to give it to you. Alright, you're going to receive the things that you're asking. But it starts off with believing, like I say in the next verse.
But let him ask in faith, not in wavering. For he that wavereth is like the wave of the sea, driven from the wind and tossed.
And that's the point. You got to believe that the Lord is going to give you what you're asking. Or you're going to have to believe, especially in those days. Or we're going to have to run by faith. We walk by not sight, but faith, like it's in the scriptures. All right, and that's what's going to keep us from pushing towards heaven. All right, signaling, where to go to. All right, guiding us. Yeah, that's it.
Psalms 130, verse 5. It says, I wait for the Lord, my soul doeth wait, in his word do I hope.
Again, it's about waiting on Yahawashi and Yahawashi. Something that's been on Apostle Babar's spirit as of late is going into that suffering. All right, we're gonna have to suffer and wait, for the good to come. All right, when you're quick over this thing, it's about getting ready, getting your doors like a man. All right, and standing, even if we have to go through things that we don't want to. All right, not fully understanding, the bigger picture.
My soul waited for the Lord more than they that watch it for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord. With the Lord there is mercy. With him is plenteous redemption. And he shall redeem Israel from all his wickedness. That's ultimately what we're all waiting for. Wait for the Lord to establish his kingdom on top. And us being hopefully part of his legacy. Just as us as a nation, we'll be joint heirs.
Yeah.
Wait for the Lord to put Israel back on top of it.
And that's what we're ultimately waiting on, that deliverance. By Yahawashi and Yahawashi that they were there.
Yeah, like it says redemption, right? And Yahawashi says the year of my redeemed is come. Who is the Lord to redeem? The elect of his people.
We can go back to, give me that in 2 Ezra 13. It's going on in the couple of days, man. On the last day, the Lord is coming to visit this place. It's like you said before, that what we people think of the Lord visiting this place, you think of someone that is, coming to peace, happy, or money. And that's quite the opposite. He's coming to stir violence, vengeance, against different nations.
Genesis 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and he turned his countenance to look, and all things trembled that were seen under him.
And this is the Lord coming back. All right, he's a man of war. It speaks about some people's hearts are going to fail in those days. It's about the sign of scenery.
Whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
So we were just going in there to
Feel it, fire. Feel it, fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number, and the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
This going into the ending of World War III. Over here in the valley of Yahawashi. It speaks about all these different nations that are going to come and make war with the land. Our land being Yahawashi.
And I beheld, and lo, that greater than himself came out, flew up upon it. When I would have seen the creature in their place, whereout there was graven, and I could not.
Prophet Ezra in the National Bible says as well that you're going to see where they gather, where the heaven goes. But that's how we think that father. When I say fathership, I mean like you're a brother.
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, yet durst fight.
So just like how the Lord put the spirit on who was a Pharaoh back in Egypt, to go against the Israelites, the same spirit is going to be on these different rulers, these different military rulers, to fight against the Lord. Even though they know they don't stand a chance against him, the Lord's going to have to put that spirit on.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, out of his lips flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Okay, so the Lord is coming to show his power there. Starts lasering all these different weapons that these nations have. It's going to amount to nothing. So what the Creator had ultimately, it's not. It's going to be like brothers always describe it as a toddler messing with his toys.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be seen, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
And that's the power that the Lord has. The heavens into dust. This is speaking about people. The different weapons that they have.
Afterward I saw the same man come down from the mountain, and call unto him another piece of the multitude. For there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and some were brought with them that were offered. Then was I sick with great fear, and I wakened and said, Thou hast showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer.
Yes, it's a vision that the prophet has received at the very end. How the Lord is going to take over this place.
Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. For as I conceived of my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe to them that are not left behind.
There's a lot of destruction that's coming into play, like we've been saying. It speaks about how if these days were not short, then shall there be any flesh to be saved. And that's how great that destruction is.
For they that were not left in heaviness, now understand I the things that are laid up in the latter days. which shall happen unto them and to those which are left behind. Therefore are they come into great perils and many necessities, like as his dreams declare.
And so we're talking about perils and destruction to come. The wicked these other nations as well. Alright?
Yet is it easier for him that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the last days. And he answered unto me and said, the interpretation of the vision shall I show thee, and I will open unto thee the thing that thou hast required.
Alright, these mysteries are all revealed to the servants and prophets, right? We have to understand the love. Alright, the full picture. That's pretty cool, right?
Whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind, this is the interpretation. He that shall endure the peril in the time hath kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty.
So it's about enduring, seeing it through to the very end. That's who's going to be saved. All right, not throwing in that towel at the very end. All right.
Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead. This is the meaning of the vision, whereas thou sawest a man coming up in the midst of the sea. The same is he who the Most High, the highest, is kept in great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creature, and he shall order them that are left behind. And whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came a blast of wind and fire and storm, and that he held neither sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation.
That's going to be the power of the Lord, man. Ultimately, he doesn't need a weapon. He's the ultimate creator, and he's going to put an end to all these things. We'll give you that Revelation. What in 18 verses is
Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 3. Most High came from Teman, the Holy One from Mount Paran. Salah, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. Right, what is the glory? It covers heavens.
to teach that America is going to be destroyed, and the Lord is coming to save his people, which is going to be the people on the side. What? No, we want it to be destroyed. The wicked are in charge right now. Alright. Can you read that again?
Most High came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Salah, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. Alright, what's the glory? That's the glory covered heaven. That's the sham. Yeah. And that's what the Lord's coming back to. Alright? It says, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was hiding of his power. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. Right, that's that fire from the chariots, man. Right? We always speak about how America's going to be destroyed by fire, but that's not going to be the only thing that's going to bring fire to this place.
Yeah, it's also going to be the lasers.
He stood and measured the earth, and beheld and drove asunder the nations. The everlasting mountains were scattered. Perpetual hills did bow. His ways are everlasting. Right. He said, he drove asunder the nations. What is it? Zephaniah 3:9 says, wait ye upon me till I rise up to pray.
Yeah.
My determination to gather the nations.
He's going to be ultimately the one to subdue the nations. All right, he's going to be the one to bring down judgments. All right, that was it to it, right?
I saw the tenth vision and in affliction, and the curtains of the man Midadon to trouble, because when the world sees Yahawashi for who he is, they're going to fear, especially these other nations. They're going to be in great fear. Alright? Because the Lord is the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thy anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? Thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation. Alright, because not only are we destruction, he's also going to bring salvation. Salvation for the elect of his people, man. Right? It says, thy bow was made quite naked, according to the oath of the tribes, even thy words, law. Thou didst cleave the earth with rivers. The mountains saw thee, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice, and lifted up his hands on high. The sun and moon stood still in their habitation at the light of thine arrows. They went, and at the shining of thy glittering spear. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst stretch the heathen in anger.
Yeah, that's the Lord coming to make war with his eagles. All right, like Brother's been saying, that the lasers that are going to come from the chariots, the Lord is coming to make war.
Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for the salvation with thine anointing. Right. Like I said, that's 31 at verse 5 of the Lord come to defend Jerusalem. Right? Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked, by discovering the foundation unto the neck. God, thou didst strike with the slaves the head of his villages. They came out as whirlwind to scatter them. Their rejoicing was to devour the poor secret. Right, look at these, man. The whole goal of the agenda was to destroy the people, man. Alright? Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Sinaites, man. You think the Lord's going to let you destroy all these people? Especially elected his people? The scripture says, touch not mine anointing, do my prophets no harm. And that's exactly what you devils are going to be trying to do, man. That's why the Lord's going to defend us. That's why the Lord's going to stand up and fight for us, man. Alright, that's why it says, again, wait upon him till he rises up to the prey. There's no need to build up the military might. No need to build up an army to try to defend ourselves. All we need is Yahawashi and Rawchaa, man. Alright, that's all we need. Okay, that's what we patiently wait for. He's going to defend and fight for us, man. Alright? It says, thou didst walk through the sea with thine horses, through the heap of great waters. When I heard my belly tremble, my lips quivered at the voice of rottenness. At the voice, rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself. And on my right spirit did tremble. The going up will make them in the streets. The Lord's getting ready to do great, mighty things for us.
Yeah, God, like the Lord saying, this mighty destruction, that where he's coming to bring salvation for us. Alright? Mainly the remnant that he left behind. And in turn, that's going to bring entirety. Alright? We got a revelation of the Lord.
Revelation 19:10. I fell at his feet to worship him. He said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have testimony of Yahawashi. Worship the Most High for the testimony of Yahawashi, the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah, God, the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. Alright, that's what we're coming out here to do.
And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but himself.
And again, that white horse is going back to that, what the people called so-called UFOs, that technology. That's how the Lord is coming back to this place. In his power and glory.
He was clothed in a vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed him on white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of the Most High.
And like brothers of